people, and welcome back to my channel.
Roast.
I'm Tiggy.
And I'm Jay Breezy, off the Easy Son.
So, today we want to talk about the differences between living in the States and living in Germany. Since, you know, I'm German and he's American. So I thought, well, talk about the differences.
So, restaurants. When you go into a restaurant in Germany, it's a lot different than when you walk into a restaurant in the States. First of all, it's not as busy, it's not super packed, it's not as loud with the customers, there's not a bunch of TVs on the wall and all that hoopla. Some of them might have one TV and they're probably playing something like the news or soccer.
Football.
Which is football in their language. We call it soccer for some reason. I don't understand that.
Well, fun fact, America and Canada are the only two countries that call that soccer. Everybody else in the world calls it football.
But anyways, back to the point. The waitress will come up to your table, they'll order your drinks, you'll get your drinks, and then you'll order your food. Once you get your food, that waitress will not come back to your table at all, unless you actually call them over there.
Yeah,
because
not like in the States where you sit there stuffing your face and she comes over every 10 seconds. My face is stuffed. I can't talk. Don't you see me? I'm good, thank you.
I have literally wanted to look at some of these waiters and waitresses and be like, yeah, fool, I'm cool, man. Would you get up out my face for a minute?
And you have free refills, which we don't have in Germany. There is no free refills. You won't get any free refills, not even water, not even tap water. You will pay for every single thing that you order. And we don't have ice in our drink. So if you want ice, you have to tell everything that you want, you have to tell them. If you don't tell it, you will not get it.
You have to specifically ask for it. You can even buy a beer at McDonald's. Speaking of which, almost everybody's watched the movie Pulp Fiction, and at the beginning of the movie, Samuel Jackson and John Travolta are having dialogue speaking about the difference in the name of a quarter pounder with cheese. He states that it's called a Royale with cheese. Well, that was almost true. They just call it a hamburger Royale. That's it. A quarter pounder with cheese in McDonald's in Germany is just a hamburger Royale. Funny tidbit. With a beer, and you get an actual bottle of beer, like a Miller Genuine Draft, with your beer, and you're drinking it in Burger King or McDonald's.
Or Kentucky, or I don't know what else. You can get beer basically everywhere. A museum. I don't know.
Now, something else in Germany though, I always ordered a beer as soon as I sat down, and I would order a Hefeweizen. Now, a Hefeweizen is a specific type of beer. It's not a brand. So I would order a Hefeweizen, and they wouldn't give you a menu of a bunch of different name brands like Corona or Heineken or Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever. You would just order that specific beer and they would bring it to you because it was usually a beer that was brewed in that town. They bring you a specific beer
in that area.
And never once did I get ID'd. From the time I got over there, when I was 19 years old, I never once got ID'd. And that's because the legal drinking age for beer and wine in Germany is 16. And for liquor and spirits, it's 18.
Yeah, when you're 18, you can drink all alcohol beverages.
And then another thing is, when you're driving, the driver of the vehicle cannot consume any alcohol, but everybody else in the vehicle can. Man, I was loving it. Dookie would be driving everywhere, and I was just sitting in the passenger seat, drinking away. We'd travel for hours, and I would love it because I could just sit there and drink my beer. It is not a big deal. It's just beer.
Talking about driving in the car, Autobahn, way different. Well, Autobahn, I don't know what's the equivalent
Freeway.
of Autobahn. Freeway?
Highway, expressway.
Something like that, here in the States. Totally different in Germany, but you drive 120 kilometers. It's recommended to drive 120 kilometers on the Autobahn, but you can drive faster if you want to. So there's not really a speed limit, except for when you're somewhere close to like cities or whatever. Then you will see the signs on the sides which tell you what the speed limit is. And then off the Autobahn, like how do you call it? Landstraße? You know, the landscaping roads or whatever you call it. There you can only drive 100 kilometers, and inside the city you can only drive 50 kilometers. So these are the only speed limits that we have. But on the Autobahn you can zoom away.
But I'll tell you what, everybody on their speeds just like they do over here. And the only difference is, if you're speeding in Germany, they take a picture of your license and send you a ticket in the mail, and you have to pay it.
They have like seasons where because the police, they don't have to be like visible somewhere on the side of the road, and they will like sit there with their, you know, little gun. No, they will have somewhere hidden a camera behind a bush or whatever, and if you are driving faster than the speed limit, then well, you get a picture home. So yeah.
But the tickets over there are nowhere near the prices of the tickets here.
No.
We got a ticket in the mail once. I think it was what, 20 euros, which is like 25 bucks. So the next topic we would like to talk about is nudity. I'm gonna start off with an example. I work at the
skin.
Yeah, no, elbow. Cover up that elbow, Jeff. I'm offended. But they come in and they'll see magazines of like she had something covering this part area and this area. So she was covered. But this customer went out of her way to call a manager, so they called me to the front, and she explains how her child saw the cover of the magazine and that she was severely offended. In Germany, you can go into a gas station and there is a nude picture of a female on the cover of the newspaper.
Right on the counter.
Right on the front counter, the cover of the newspaper, a naked woman.
No one cares.
Nobody cares. It's no big deal. It's just like looking at an elbow. You know, I mean, nude beach.
Nude beach. We have nude beaches. No one cares. You're naked. When you go to the sauna, you have to be actually naked. You cannot walk around and like, I don't know how it is in the States, but I think you have to. You can still wear something, or you have to like wrap yourself around with a towel. I'm not sure, but in Germany, it's you are naked. You go to the sauna, you're naked.
Oh, healthcare. In Germany, everybody has healthcare. 100%. Whether you work or not, you have healthcare. You don't pay anything when you go to the doctor. Well, except
for medication.
Your medications. You have to pay for your medications over there.
But until you're 18, your medication is actually free. For kids, it's all medication is free.
One time I went to the German dentist to get my teeth cleaned, and I had health insurance. Guess how much I paid? $20 to get my teeth cleaned. $20. Over here, they'd probably charge me like $600. There's some things I did not like about Germany, though. One thing, and we still argue about this, but on Sundays and holidays, everything is closed. The only things that are open are fast food restaurants and gas stations. Everything else is closed. Sundays and holidays are family time. Now, I understand family time because I'm all about it, but in my opinion, it doesn't have to be Sunday. It can be Thursday, it can be Tuesday, or it can be Saturday, whatever.
Yep.
Not only that, you're not allowed to do things like mow your lawn or turn on a weed whacker. Anything that makes loud noises, you're not allowed to do on Sundays and holidays. One time my neighbor came over and he looks at me and I was mowing the lawn. He looks at me and he goes,
well, you had your headphones on so he couldn't talk to you.
I thought he was complaining about the noise of the lawnmower. So I was like, what's the problem? You know?
Yeah, and I hear him like outside because I was inside and I was like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh man, today's Sunday, you're mowing the lawn. You're not allowed to mow the lawn because it's Sunday. And the reason why it's Sunday is the rest day, the quiet day, is because it's kind of religious, you know, because God created the world in 7 days and on the 7th day he rested. And that's one reason why we have Sunday as a rest day, as a family day. You know, people go to church and we just chill and we like reset and, you know, enjoy life for one day out of the week. So that's why we have Sunday off. But then also, you know, the holidays, like Christmas time, you will have like 3 days in a row where no stores are open. So you need to prepare for that. And it's always funny, before holidays, I always say, what do you call it?
The zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah, the apocalypse is coming because there's a holiday. So everybody, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Everybody, like the day before the holiday, everybody has to go grocery shopping. Why did you do it like 2 days before, 3 days before? No, everybody at the same time has to do it the day before the holiday.
That leads me to remember another funny thing about Germans. They literally go shopping almost every day. They don't, like we Americans, we'll go to the grocery store because we have to go in a little bit today, and we'll get groceries for the entire week, or some families even go for the entire month. But Germans, they go every single day and get just enough food for that day. So that's why these 3 days, because Germans, they celebrate Christmas on 24, 25, and 26, all 3 days. Christmas Eve is the day that they actually celebrated, the 25th, and then they also have the 26th off. All 3 of those days, everything is closed, except fast food restaurants and gas stations. Yeah, so they're preparing for the zombie apocalypse every 23rd of December.
And Saturdays, the stores will close early. It depends. If you're in a bigger city, they will be obviously open longer. But there are other areas like where we were, they would close at 6, others would close even at 4. Yeah.
There was a restaurant down the street from us when we lived in Ansbach, down the street from the post. It was called Mama Maddie's Diner. They pretty much catered to Americans. But when they went on vacation, they would shut down their shop. Their restaurant would literally be closed for an entire month while they were on vacation.
Yeah.
This is something you never see over here. Man, my store, we have to close for 2 days later this month, and we're like, oh my God, we're gonna lose so much money. We're gonna lose $120,000 in sales. Oh, what are we gonna do?
Germans
We're literally regretting it.
Because you need time for yourself. You cannot always go, money, 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 money. You know? You need to live. Live!
More money, more problems.
Too much stress makes you sick.
Yeah. Everything over here is big though. Everything is big. The roads are big. The vehicles are big. The shopping centers are big. Sometimes I get lost in the chaos. Okay, so last but not least, so we already touched up on restaurants, but we didn't really talk about the food. The food in Germany. All in all, the food in Germany is probably about the same as the food here. There are just subtle differences. The bakeries.
You have a lot of bakeries.
And the bakeries over there are a lot different than here. The bread is much different. It's a really hard. The outside of it's hard.
It's not hard. It's crunchy.
And they would put a lot of different. Like one of the breads that I loved, it was made with sunflower seeds and walnuts and almonds. All that stuff would literally be in the bread. So it would be a wheat bread with sunflower seeds, almonds, walnuts. So it was packed with a ton of protein, and it was super healthy for you. Sesame seeds, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of bakery. I mean, like you can find a bakery every steps. There is a bakery. You can get very fast food there, but not like greasy fast food. I mean, like you even have like a buffet kind of bakery where you like walk in and then you get a tray and then you just pick out what you want and then you can eat it there.
A bunch of breads and meats and cheeses. And
yeah, or you can take it home, and it's not just like plain bread. They have all kinds of different, breads, like sweet breads and
wheat breads and rye breads and pretzel breads and pumpernickel breads.
With stuff inside. It's like a Krapfen. It's like a donut without the hole in the middle, but there is like jelly inside. Stuff like that, or like turnover, I think you call that. Turnover.
Yeah, they love bakery foods.
Yeah.
I remember when we went camping in Italy. Every single morning, all the families around us, their entire family would wake up and they would have this huge spread of breads and meats and cheeses and things like that, and that was their breakfast every single morning.
tea,
breads,
coffee,
meats, cheeses, teas, coffee. They would
juice.
just sit at their table and for like an hour to an hour and a half just eat bread,
Yeah.
meats, and cheese. Lunch meats.
Lunch
We call it lunch meats, and for them, they eat it for breakfast.
Yeah, yeah.
Over there, they also had schnitzels.
Schnitzel.
A schnitzel was like a really thin pork chop, no bones, and breaded and not deep fried, but fried in oil about this deep in a frying pan. And they were huge. And you could order them all kinds of different ways. You could order, my favorite was the Parmesan schnitzel. You had your pork schnitzel, and then on top of it, they put spaghetti with meat sauce on it. It was fantastic. And they would bring this plate like this huge. It only cost like $6 for this huge plate of food. I couldn't eat but like 1/4 of it, and we would take the rest home, and I'd be eating it for the rest of the week. Oh, man topic. One of the main things that I love about being back is the sports. Man, over there, all they have is soccer. That's all they ever play. They don't play any other sports besides soccer.
Now we have handball and tennis and volleyball.
They play a little bit of basketball, but not like it is over here. It's not televised and it's not broadcast in each city, you know, like it is here.
Well, yeah, we do have basketball and football, and those are starting to get bigger. Though.
Growing. They are growing.
It's growing.
But it's nowhere near like it is here. And there's a huge time zone difference. Germany is 6 hours ahead of Eastern time zone. So I could rarely ever watch live games. And I'm a sports fanatic, but I could rarely ever watch live games. And sports is regional. So I like to watch Michigan, Michigan State, Detroit, all those teams. And I wasn't able to do that. Now I'm able to watch all of it live. I can record it, and I'll stay off of Facebook and everything so that I won't know who won the game. She's falling asleep over here. But yes, the sports coverage is outstanding over here. Good job, America.
Alrighty! So, that's it for now, because I can't think of anything else that we could talk about. If you have any questions though, you can leave a comment and ask. And we can answer it later on.
If you're the police, don't pay attention to the parts where I was walking down the street with a beer, because you're not going to catch me doing it.
So, I hope you liked it. So please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And like I said, leave comments with any questions if you have any. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.
Jay Breezy off the Heezy, boy!
Stay breezy. Bye.